Alright, so now we're going to remove the intake manifold. In order to do that, I went ahead and I took the original lifting bracket off of here, and I also took the crankcase breather tube out of the way, because one of the first things we've got to do is we've got to get this common fuel rail out of the way, and it's got to come off the head anyway. It doesn't really have to come off to get the intake manifold off, but that's next in the procedure. And this bracket actually right here, where my air cleaner and the wiring harness bolts to, we're going to go ahead and take all that off right now. So before I get too far though, this is the intake tube for the air compressor. I already went ahead and broke that loose, so when we take the intake off, it'll come off nice and easy. All right, here we go. All right, so first, let's get this bracket off of here. That's being held on by a bolt right here. Right here. Right here. And this should be the last one. Yep. Now we can just lift this bracket out of the way here. Well, that is a little bit of a beast. Actually, I think I'll leave those out of here for now. Alright, next thing we're going to do is loosen up this fuel rail. These brackets go, the lower bolts go into the block. So we'll loosen those up a little bit. Okay, I don't know if you saw that it broke loose a little. See how it's moving now? Alright, so the next thing we got to do is go ahead and, let's see, we got 22 millimeter. I've already broken all these loose, and this is the only one I couldn't get off on the number 6 cylinder, so we're just going to go ahead and take all these out. Break some more loose here.
Don't miss the Intake Model Year-End Sales Event at the Tucson Convention Center. Thursday, December 12th through Saturday, December 14th. Shop 700 used vehicles with the biggest discounts with the heated home on 25% off Kelley Blue Book retail. Or try loads of select used vehicles only $39.99. What about no payments until March 2020? ONC for every used car includes maintenance for life. That's the Intake Model Year-End Sales Event only at the TCC.
I'm sure there's probably a special tool somewhere, like a line socket or something, that you can get in here with and do all this. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause this while I take all these off, and we'll be right back. Alright, I got them all busted loose. Only thing I got left to do is take these bolts out the rest of the way. Let me get the impact. Just in the interest of time. Alright, so the other thing I did here was, this is from the fuel pump. I went ahead and undid that one here. And the rest of these you can see. Oh, and then this one here, just going down to this little fuel manifold down here. And there you have it. There's the fuel rail. Boy, that's a heavy little beast. All right. So we'll take a deeper look at this a little bit later on, but for right now, let's start working on the intake manifold. All right, so here we go. Take all the bolts out on the intake manifold. I had to go ahead and take the wiring harness off right here that went to the cylinder head. I guess I didn't have to, but just made it easy. I already took the two hardest ones to get out. I'm go ahead and rip and tear on the rest of these. That's what we used to call it. When I was a mechanic, we called it the rip and tear method. Yeah, if you got meticulous about every little thing, you'd never get the job done. I'm gonna leave that one on there. So, drop the bolt. Guess we'll get to it later. Not really doing the rip and tear method on this because, you know, this is a little more detailed. I'm going to get into this bolt here. There we go. Oh, maybe not. One more bolt and I just can't get to it. Alright, I have to hit that one with a wrench. See what I can do. Alright. That was eventful. So this aluminum, it doesn't feel that heavy. That's why I left this bolt in here, just to hold it up. No, I had a good bolt to hold it. Also be noteworthy to point out, I already took off all the stuff like the holder for the dipstick and the air tube down there, which I think I already mentioned. There we go. Feel anything else. There you go. That's the intake manifold. Well, there's definitely some carbon buildup in here. It's not that bad, but you know, not like you see some of them. But so far, I'm sure you guys can't see what I'm seeing in here, but it's pretty unclogged. We'll have to clean up that intake manifold, but then after that, I think we're good to go. All right, well, that's going to do it for the intake removal episode. All right, we'll see you soon.